What up, Dokkanners? The 8-year anniversary banners are now live during part 1 of the 8-year anniversary. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the coin shop. With the coin shop now live, with all of these units purchasable with your red coins, which units are worth buying, which units are worth avoiding, because there are a few, as good as they may be, you should actively avoid those units because they may be returning sooner than you think. So without further ado, let's jump in and discuss. We'll start with the basics. When it comes to the coin shop, very obviously, you should know that if you're going to buy something from the coin shop, only do so once you are 1 trillion% sure that you are done summoning. The worst thing that you could possibly do is buy the unit that you are missing, and then when top grossing rolls around, or when we get rainbow tickets or something else that brings you back into the summons, allows you to actually summon again, and then you pull that unit, you then undercut the very coin expense that you just purchased. When it comes to red coins, keep in mind, folks, 500 red coins is the equivalent of 2,500 dragon stones being spent. So that is a lot of stones that are being used up for the sake of one coin purchase. And the last thing you want to do is undercut that. So be very, very certain before you do this. I would advise that if you're watching this at the beginning of the 8-year anniversary, which most of you might be, to save until the end of the anniversary during part 3, towards the tail end, after all of these discounts are gone, after the rainbow tickets have presumably been used, after you guys have pretty much come to terms with your summons, then, only then, should you make the decision on the red coins. And then, of course, the other obvious thing is to buy the units that you have the fewest amount of copies of. If you've got 0 copies of a particular unit, they are probably the best choice for you, because that way you get to pick them up, you get to benefit from their leader skill, you get to benefit from their skill set, and you get to add another unit to the team that is otherwise used up by some poor unit that's not very good. So you always want to prioritize the units that you have the least amount of copies of. Do not chase rainbows. If you've got a 90% Gamma 1, don't buy that final copy. If you've got a 79% Super Saiyan, AGL Super Saiyans, don't buy another copy. 79% is pretty much the pinnacle of a unit that you really need, because at that point, you fully get to maximize the hit a potential grid system. You get to maximize their additionals, criticals, and dodge. 90% and 100% are pretty much superficial. They add a little bit of fluff, but they don't give you the core substance that you really, really need. So if you get to 79%, in my opinion, that is where you draw the line. So if you have a 79% Gamma 1, 79% Gamma 2, 55% Cooler, then Cooler might be one that you consider. Now, all of that being said, let's start talking about which ones you should avoid. There are certain units in this list that you should avoid, and spoiler alert, one of them is Cooler, surprisingly. I know it's been a year since Cooler has even showed up on Global. Now that he's back, I'm telling you not to buy him with coins. What gives, Toon? What's your problem? I know, but hear me out. I went through last year's banners, and I did the due diligence for you. So I took the list of units from 7-year anniversaries banners, the worldwide download banners from last year, and the holiday banner from 2022, and I put them all into a list. This list was done so that I could show you some of the common units that come back, because while Cooler may seem like the clear choice to pick up from this banner, or one of them anyway, he's going to be coming back. He's going to be coming back sooner than you think. The gap between the anniversary and the worldwide download is about a month and a half. So if you don't manage to pull the units that are in red, they will be back in the worldwide download banner. The units that we had in common on last year's banners were the 6-year anniversary. So that was the Ultra Instinct and Royal Blue. We also had the previous 2 years of worldwide downloads. So last year, the previous 2 years were the Namek Saga, right? The Super Saiyan Goku and the Full Power Frieza, and the Vegito and the Buu Tanks. These 4 units come back on that same year, just a month and a half later. Namek Goku, Buu Tanks, and Full Power Frieza and Vegito, along with the 6-year anniversary. So these 3 units are all back, which means that translates to this year. This year, you should avoid the 7-year anniversary units. You should avoid the 2 most recent worldwide download units. That means Cooler, the Super Saiyans, Namek Goku, and Full Power Frieza. I know it seems counterintuitive, but that's really why you should. Because if you don't manage to pull them during these summons, when the worldwide download banners come out, there will be more opportunities to summon and some discounts. And when you do summon, you might potentially end up pulling them on those banners when you're trying to pursue the new worldwide download units. At the moment, we don't know what the worldwide download celebration is going to be like. Later on, during the 8-year anniversary, if we possibly catch wind of what the worldwide download theme could be, that could ultimately sway your decision on which units to buy. Maybe, just maybe, the upcoming worldwide download celebration might have something to do with Vegito. One of the common questions that people might be asking is, these 2 units, the Buu Tanks and the Vegito, these now fall off. These are no longer the 2 most recent worldwide download units. However, they might be getting an EZA during the upcoming worldwide download celebration. Are they worth picking up with red coins? Unfortunately, I can't give you an answer to that because we don't know at the moment, but maybe throughout this 8-year anniversary, we might potentially find out some news about what's coming up during worldwide download, just maybe. So that's why the longer you wait before you make this decision, the better off you're going to be. So like I said here, the red units are the ones that we had in common. The one highlighted in blue are the actual anniversary units from that year. So last year during the 7-year banner, the 7-year anniversary units came back during the holiday season. So I want to point this out. For those of you who might have had some bad luck this year, who weren't able to pull the 8-year anniversary units, they will be back during the holiday season for you to buy with red coins. So again, if you manage to hold off on spending your red coins, maybe at the end of the celebration you buy, or you manage to summon and pull the one unit you were looking for, you could save those red coins, but then maybe a chance to pull the 8-year anniversary units during the holiday season. So it is very important to be patient and as slow and methodical as you can possibly get. Units that will return in the upcoming worldwide: the gods, the Super Saiyan 4s, Super Saiyan Goku, Full Power Frieza, Cooler, and the Super Saiyans. Do not buy these with your red coins. Recommended red coin units: the Gammas, Gogeta, and Vegito. Why? Well, because the Gammas have never been around since they first showed up. Yeah, hi. I recorded this video a few days ago, and I was recording like 20 videos at once, so it kind of slipped my mind that the Gammas have in fact come back on JP since their first return on the anniversary. They showed up during the Tanabata banner, the Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku banner, which means Global will receive the Gammas again during that banner's release, which is likely to be either in early November or in early December. So you can still buy the Gammas if you want, but just know that they will be coming back relatively soon. But at a certain point, you know, certain units you probably just want to have sooner. So if you do end up wanting to spend, the Gammas would still be a better option because frankly, they're great. They're a lot of fun to use and they're here right now. So just know that they will be back soon in a few months, but then again, so will other units. So you might have your coins ready for those and you might want to spend on the Gammas now. So go ahead. Ignore what this dummy just said in this video. The Gamma 1 is the better unit out of the two, in my opinion, because of his ability to guard, provide damage reduction. That is more of a universal ability that can work across any team, as opposed to the Gamma 2, who is built on building that momentum, launching multiple supers in one turn, gaining the stacks, attack and defense, gaining critical. He's really good too, don't get me wrong, but all things considered, I think the Gamma 1 is the better unit. Now, the 5-year anniversary LRs, the Gogeta and the Vegito, they will likely not be coming back on any of the banners coming up during the rest of the year. Worldwide download, I don't think they're going to be coming back because the 3 LRs that are featured are the ones that we already discussed. And then during the holiday banner, they were not seen last year during the 7-year holiday banner, so I don't think they are going to be back during this year either. So these guys could end up being some pretty endangered species. So if you don't have either one of these, they are worth picking up because those EZAs are going to be really, 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 really good. So if you don't have either one of them, trying to get one copy is absolutely worth it. But again, at the end of your summons, Now, the final question, like I said, what about STR Vegito and physical Bootangs? This is where I really can't tell you because nobody knows at the moment. Is it worth taking a gamble and possibly buying one of these units? Because when they do get their EZAs, they will be very, very good. Worldwide download units getting EZAs are going to be incredibly busted. So the upside for picking one of them up is very high, but it all depends on when they get their EZAs. So is it worth taking a chance to buy one of these units now for an EZA that could potentially happen maybe next month or next year? That's a risk that is entirely up to you. It all depends on your budget. It all depends on your summoning habits. It all depends on the teams that you want to put together. If a Vegeta worldwide download celebration is somehow confirmed during the 8-year anniversary, then chances are this Vegeta will most likely receive an EZA during that celebration. It's not a guarantee, but it probably would help, right? This is why I think Future Saga is probably going to be, or I think it should be the upcoming worldwide download, because that way we have a valid excuse to give more Vegetos some shine, right? To bring another new LR Vegito into the mix and to also justify this worldwide download Vegito getting a much deserved EZA. If that happens, this would retroactively be an amazing purchase. But is it worth picking up at the expense of maybe buying a Gogeta who's going to be getting EZA for sure during the anniversary? Is it better than buying a Gamma? I don't think so. I would rather go with the certainties. So in my opinion, these 4 units are recommended. Avoid these 6, and I would also avoid the Bootangs and the Vegito because I don't want to bank on the uncertain. I would rather bank on the given. Those are my thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, your philosophy on red coin purchases. Do you like to wait until the end of the celebration? Are you a little bit more daring, and do you buy them during the anniversary? And what are your thoughts on the STR Vegito and physical Bootangs? Do you think that they are going to be receiving EZAs during this upcoming worldwide download? Is it worth buying them over, let's say, a 5-year LR EZA? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know what decision you ultimately make. You might even make this decision at the end of part 3, so maybe I'll see you then. This is being posted during part 1, but maybe you're watching this during part 3. Who knows? Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.